Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So today in this video we are taking a look at this pen drive. Now if you're looking on the internet, you will find that there is numerous options available from different brands in different capacities. This being one of the popular options available. If you search on the internet for flash drive, this is one of the options that comes on top. And this is the SanDisk Ultra Flair, a USB 3.0 pen drive, and the one that I've got here is the 64 GB version. As you can see, this is the simple packaging. At the bottom you can see the logo of the company, and the read speed is also written here underneath the capacity, which is 150 megabytes per second read speed. We will test that in a moment. At the back you will see that this is all the information written here, not much written here. Again, SanDisk Ultra Flair USB 3.0 pen drive, and on the front they have not mentioned the write speed. Write speed is usually the slower speed. That's why manufacturers don't like to put that speed, number on the front of the packaging, and sometimes they completely ignore the write speed of many memory devices. But however, if you look at the back, you will see that the write speed is also written here. But you will see that, right, unlike the front of the packaging where they have clearly mentioned a number which is 150 megabytes per second read speed, at the back they are not very clear about the write speed. As you can see, read speed up to 150 megabytes per second, fair enough, but write speed to drive up to 15 times faster. So they are not telling a number, it's a more vaguely they are putting it on the packaging, 15 times faster than the standard USB 2.0 drives, which is 4 megabytes per second. So 15 times 4 is about 60 megabytes per second. We will test that whether it is a 60 megabytes per second write speed or not. So without any further delay, let's just open the packaging and see how the body looks and test this on a computer. And at the back you will see that here is the warranty written here. So it comes with a 5-year warranty, and I've seen this trend in the market that most memory drives that are available in the market usually comes with a 5-year warranties now. So let me just open this and see how it looks from the inside. So I've got the pen drive out, so let me keep the packaging aside for now and let's take a look at the physical appearance of the pen drive. So as you can see, the pen drive looks very small and very compact. It's a very modern looking design, so fairly unique looking design. It's a blend of metal and plastic together, and at the back of the plastic you will see that again the capacity as well as the interface USB 3.0 written here, and it was apparently built in Malaysia. The plastic they have used is decent quality, but it appears it may break. I'm not sure. Feels a little brittle in my opinion, and the plastic they have used, it's somewhat transparent in nature. On top you can see that the metal is a brushed aluminum, so you can see it's aluminum, and you will see that the brush marking on top of the metal, yes, it's sort of like somebody had brushed on top of the metal. And again you will see that the SanDisk logo is written there. The metal part is fairly exposed, so this will help keep the pen drive cool, and if the pen drive stays cool, the transfer speed will not plummet down, and the memory chip life will also significantly increase. So there is that. Now for size comparison, I've got this 8 GB HP pen drive. This is a fairly couple of years old, and you can see this looks fairly new comparing to the HP. So fairly new design and looks very nice in the hand. It's a capless design, so it is prone to dust. If it had a cap, of course many people will lose the cap eventually, but because there is no cap, it is prone to some dust buildup. So if you're carrying this in a pocket, there may be a chance that some debris would get into the USB port. However, because there is no cap, you just have to carry this around without having to worry about the cap. So that was pretty much about the body of the pen drive. So let me just plug this in and see what is the speed of this pen drive and how it performs while transferring a file from the pen drive to the computer and from my computer onto the pen drive. So let me just do that. Alright guys, so here is my computer, and let us plug in our SanDisk pen drive in our computer and let's see how it performs. And I will be plugging my pen drive in these blue colored USB 3.0 ports. And in fact these ports are not just USB 3.0, these ports are USB 3.2 generation 1. So let me show you from the top. As you can see from the top of the motherboard, you can probably read U32G1, that means USB 3.2 generation 1. So by the way, I'm running a Intel i5 11th generation 11400 processor on this motherboard, and the motherboard is, you can see, ASUS Prime H510M. So let me just plug in our pen drive and see what happens then. So let me insert the pen drive in on the USB 3.0 port. It's plugged in. Let's see what is happening in our computer. As you can see, it got detected there. USB drive detected. Alright, so it seems our pen drive got detected. So let us go to my computer. Let me open my computer, and here you will see that our drive got detected and it is displaying as USB drive E, and the space that we are getting on this drive is about 57.2 GB. So out of 64 GB, we are only getting 57.2 GB on this drive. If I right click on the pen drive and go to properties, you will see that the default partition or default file system that SanDisk have used is FAT32. So there is that. Now let us open the pen drive and see whether there was something pre-installed on the pen drive or not. Once I open the pen drive, you will see that SanDisk has pre-installed these software. These may be for data recovery and whatnot, but I will be not using the software. I will be removing these from my pen drive. But if you wish, you can copy these onto a different drive, and if you wish to use them later, you can use them that way. But right from the get-go, I will not be installing them or using them here. So a pen drive got detected. Now let us open Crystal Disk Mark and see what is the speed we are getting on this pen drive. So let us open Crystal Disk Mark. Let me double click here. Alright guys, so I have opened Crystal Disk Mark. So let us select our disk. Our drive was E drive. As you can see, let us select our pen drive, and then 1 GB is fine, 1 is fine. So let us click on all, and we'll come back when the test is finished, and that will tell us what is the speed we are getting on this pen drive when using a USB 3.0 port on our motherboard. So let me click on start, and now we'll come back when the tests are finished. Alright guys, so as you can see, our test has finished, and as you can see, these are pretty respectable results. In fact, we are getting a little more than what the SanDisk were telling us. So SanDisk, as you can see on the packaging, they claimed that you can get about 150 megabytes per second read speed, but in here you can see that we're getting better than that. We're getting more than what the manufacturer has listed themselves. We're getting 166 read speed, sequential read, and on the sequential write we're getting about 60, which is what the manufacturer was claiming. But however, on the random read and write, the speed is very slow, which is expected from any pen drive or any memory storage. So these are my results when using this pen drive on in fact, USB 3.2 generation 1 port. So these are the results on a USB 3.0 ports, but let us plug our pen drive in a USB 2.0 ports and see how the pen drive will perform for those people who don't have a USB 3.0 ports on their computer. So let me remove the pen drive from the USB 3.0 ports. And while I'm holding the pen drive, it is getting a little warm. Thanks to the metal casing, it will help dissipating some of the heat that is being generated on the pen drive. But just to let you know that the pen drive is getting a little bit of warm. So let me plug in the pen drive in the USB 2.0 port. That was the 3.0 port, and this is the USB 2.0 port. Let me plug this there. It's plugged in. Let's see if it's got detected or not. Yes, get detected. So let us see my computer again. So there is my computer. Let me click there, and as you can see, again our pen drive is detected as USB drive E. Again, let us open Crystal Disk Mark to test the speed on the USB 2.0 ports. Again, now we're doing the same test using a 2.0 port. Let's select our pen drive, which is E drive, 1 GB, single pass. Let's click on all. And now let us come back when the test is finished, and that will give us an idea how the pen drive performs on a USB 2.0 ports compared to a USB 3.0 port. So this test will help those people who want to buy this pen drive, but they want to know how this pen drive will perform on their computer who don't have a USB 3.0 ports. So testing the USB 2.0 port with this pen drive. Alright guys, so as you can see, the test is finished, and these are the results we are getting on a USB 2.0 port while using this SanDisk Ultra Flair pen drive on a USB 2.0 port. So if you have an old computer or you don't have a USB 3.0 ports, and if you want to use this pen drive on a USB 2.0 port, these are the results you can expect. But again, these are not absolutely real world results. So what we are going to do now is we are going to transfer a 1 GB file from my computer onto the pen drive, and then from the pen drive onto the computer back to the computer, and that will give us the read and write speed of the pen drive in a more of a real world testing. Alright guys, so let me show you this file. I've got a small file here, and if I right click, if I hover the pen drive on there, you will be able to see that this is a 1.08 size file. So this is about 1 GB file, and we will transfer this from the computer onto the pen drive, and we will see how long it takes to transfer this file from our computer onto the pen drive. So let me right click there and click on send to, and select our pen drive, which is drive E. Before I click there, let me start a timer. So I've got a timer here, and we will run this timer and see how long this takes to transfer a file. So 1, 2, 3, go. So the timer is running, and you can see the speed that we are getting while transferring a 1 GB file from my computer onto the pen drive. So you can see we're getting about 20, 20.3, 20.7, and this is on a USB 2.0 port, so which is really nice in my opinion. So it seems we're getting a consistent speed of about 20 megabytes per second while using a USB 2.0 port. We will see how better, if we get any improvement when using a USB 3.0 ports or not. So we're almost about 75% there, still getting consistent speed. We're transferring a 1 GB file from the computer onto the pen drive, and this will tell us the write speed of the pen drive. As you can see, our timing is about 52 seconds. We're still getting there, 55, 56, 57. So as you can see, in about 58 seconds, we were able to transfer a 1 GB file from my computer onto the pen drive. So these are the write speed when using a USB 2.0 ports. Alright guys, so we just copied a file from our computer onto the pen drive. That gave us the write speed of the pen drive. It told us how much time it will take for a 1 GB file to be transferred from our computer onto the pen drive using a USB 2.0 port. Now let us do the opposite of that. So instead of copying the file from the computer onto the pen drive, let's do the opposite by copying the file from the pen drive. So let us go to the pen drive first, and as you can see, there is our file. So let us copy the file from here, click on copy, and now we will paste this file back in our computer, and this will tell us how long it takes for a file to be read from the pen drive. Again, I've done my metered 0, and be careful guys, because this will be really fast. We may not be able to catch up what is happening. So let me just go here, and before I click paste, zoom in first. So 1, 2, 3, paste. I was not able to start the button properly, but you can see that it took less than 3 seconds for the file to be copied, and as you can see, there is our file right there. So it copied the file, 1 GB file, without any problem in less than 3 seconds. In fact, less than that. And I wasn't able to read how much speed we got while reading that. So there's my test while using the USB 2.0 port, a real world test of this pen drive. Now let us plug the pen drive in a USB 3.0 port, and let's see what result we get on a USB 3.0 port. Alright guys, so I've again connected the pen drive back to the USB 3.0 ports. Now let us do the write test. So let's choose our file. So here is our file. Again, the same file, about 1.8 GB. Let me zoom in, 1.8 GB file. Let us copy the file. In fact, click on send to, and then select our pen drive. So before I select send to on the USB 3.0 port, let me just again bring in our timer. So let me just click in here, 1, 2, 3, go. So you can see we're getting the same results, in fact a little better than what we got previously. So we are getting 53 point something write speed, much better than what we got on the USB 2.0. We're 50 seconds in, and the file is still being copied, much faster than the USB 2.0 port. File got copied, and you can see we got about 24 seconds. We were able to copy the file from our computer onto the pen drive within less than 25 seconds. About 25 seconds, a 1 GB file was transferred. So this is the write speed of this pen drive on a USB 3.0 port. So very fast pen drive, in fact the fastest pen drive that I have tested yet. So let us do the opposite of that, copy the file from the pen drive back onto the computer, and that will give us the read speed of this pen drive while using a USB 3.0 ports. So let me just do my meter to 0. Meter is again to 0. Let me just select our file. So I've opened the file, and here is our file. Again, same file. Let us copy this file back from the pen drive onto our computer. So let me just copy, close it, and before I click paste, let's bring in our meter. We won't be able to record how fast it is. So 1, 2, 3. So less than 1 second, or let's say 2 seconds, easily less than 2 seconds, it was able to transfer a 1 GB file from the pen drive onto the computer. So very fast read speed from this pen drive. So this was my test of this pen drive while copying the file back and forth on this pen drive. So that gave us an idea how will the pen drive perform while reading and writing from the pen drive using a 1 GB file. So there we go guys, this was my video and testing of this SanDisk Ultra Flair USB 3.0 pen drive. I've tested numerous pen drives in many years, in the past few years, and this is one of the best pen drive, in fact the fastest pen drive that I have tested so far. For the price, you're getting a 64 GB pen drive and decent speed, in fact really good speed for the price. Recently, one of my previous video, we tested the Kingston pen drive and that didn't perform as well as this one. In fact, this surpassed the Kingston pen drive way above my expectations. We got really respectable read and write speed both on the USB 2.0 as well as on the USB 3.0 speed. 3.0 port. I was not expecting to get that good speed on a USB 2.0 port, but this pen drive did really well on the USB 2.0 ports as well. So I'm very happy that I put my money into this pen drive. The design is also very nice, although the pen drive was warming up or heating up a little bit, but that happens with all other pen drives that I have used, so I'm not too worried about that. And that brings us to the end of this video. So if you're in the market for a decent fast pen drive comparatively and for a good price, this is one of the best that you can get in the market, hands down. So with that, let me conclude. Thanks for watching and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.